What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel, and this is my full review of the game Stunt Paradise. Let's go. All right, let's get a few of the formalities out of the way first. This game is $7.99, and it's available on Xbox, Steam, the Microsoft Store, and Nintendo Switch. It's actually a really good Nintendo Switch game. This would be great for just playing on the go. It was made by Brian Media, and they were founded in 2011. They've made 8 different games, most notably a game called Zombie Derby, which actually sounds like a game I would be interested in as well. Running over zombies with cars does sound fun. They've got about 35 million downloads, so even though it's a small indie studio, they're making good games that people like playing. All right, Stunt Paradise, what is it? Well, it's a Trials-like car stunt game that focuses heavily on its puzzles. Its level design is actually really good. There's 50 levels to play through, and the early levels sort of teach the player what's possible in the world and what you can do, and the later levels really test your skill and knowledge of the mechanics. Regular players can finish it in about 2 to 3 hours, but I've seen some videos of people finishing it in about an hour and a half, and speedruns are probably faster, but for the $7.99 price tag, the amount of enjoyment that I got out of it was well worth it. All right, as you can see, it features a very simplistic art style, and I really like that sort of style. It sort of sets a silly mood for the game, and it perfectly balances some of the more intense moments in the game. And speaking of those intense moments, this game is very good at using the camera to create that intensity. I think what would surprise me the most is the game's ability to really create these epic moments using the camera and changing the angle. Most of the time the camera angle is in sort of a side-scrolling mode, but in certain spots during various levels, it will switch to either a chase cam or do some cinematic type following of the car while you jump over a shark or a train or break through things. It's hard to put into words, but it's very satisfying, and you start to get addicted to seeing those moments. And like I said earlier, the gameplay is heavily focused on puzzles, especially those later levels. It's not just can you get over this obstacle, but can you avoid these blades or pitfalls or hammers, and each level features a puzzle within a puzzle. There's a star located somewhere in the level, which is somewhere off the beaten path, that you will need to figure out how to get. Now, you don't need to do that in order to pass the level. It's a completely bonus thing, but the game does track which levels that you've passed while getting the star, and if you're a completionist, you probably are going to go back and make sure you have stars on all 50 levels. Now, the neat thing about this game is that there are 20 cars to choose from, and you need to earn coins to unlock them. You earn the coins during the levels. Some of the cars are more expensive than others, which gives you something to play for other than just simply passing levels. Don't worry though, the cars all drive the same. They're literally for looks and personal preference, and there's a really nice variety to suit most people's styles. And speaking of people's styles, there isn't any vehicle customization, which is something that I always look for in games like this, but it makes sense because of the scope of this game. It's a very small game, it's a very small studio, and they built it for a very specific type of entertainment, and that is sort of this puzzly, car themed stunt epic moments type of game. Now, it wasn't all good. I did have some criticism for the game. This game constantly feeds you these epic stunt moments like I was talking about earlier, and it also frustrates you with difficult puzzles. It's actually what makes this game so enjoyable, to me anyways. However, the lead up to that final level and the final level itself felt a little bit lackluster. I thought there would be some insane stunts or some crazy cinematic moments alongside the difficult puzzles. However, I didn't get any of that. It was a little bit anticlimactic. I literally just had to find my way through these puzzles, which started to feel a little bit like a chore. Aside from that though, I still have plenty of gameplay left because, as you can see, there are a bunch of levels where I didn't even get a star. So I definitely plan on going back and trying to complete that 100%. Now, overall, I highly recommend playing this game, especially because of the price tag, and especially if you're into this sort of Trials-ish type of thing. It's the most fun that I've had in a non-racing game in a long time. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Trigger out.